Hi guys, hi everyone. Good morning. Good morning everyone. Should we just wait for a while? Alright. I will start the session. Alright. Can you guys hear me clearly? Okay, let me check. Alright. Shall we just begin our session? Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to IC Market Global Webinar. So today is all about pre-market. So basically we're gonna get ahead of this week, and this week is also about in the P as well. Okay, so I would just want to share with you guys how I'm gonna forecast or look for a gold and dollar, and maybe we're gonna touch on a little bit of indices as well. Okay, and before I start the webinar, disclaimer first. Alright, everything in this video is purely educational in nature. Alright, nothing should be considered as an investment recommendation, any kind of advices as well. Okay. Okay, so introduce your host today. My name is Peggy. I'm an investment analyst and a prop trader at Average Foraging Group. We are finalists for the best equity research in 2021 and finalists for the best epic research in 1920 and 2021. Okay, so hi morning Nick, good morning. I think I haven't awake yet somehow. Okay, apologize my voice. Okay, so before we look at our chart, a quick look on economic calendar news. Okay, so this week, okay, this week is today 29, so basically 29 there's no news. Okay, and tomorrow we have 2:30 p.m. we have Aussie dollar coming up, and October 1st we have USD dollar, ADP and job opening, and October 2nd we have the unemployment claim, and we have the Friday we have NFP coming up as well. So this high impact news coming. Oh, we have a midnight October 4 we have a PMI. So this high impact news, and I think this week, okay, we're gonna see how gold gonna rise or gold gonna fall. But I was looking at the economic data, right, for the past week. Okay, what I can forecast or look for gold is which is, you're gonna look from September 11 onward. Okay, you kind see here is that the data for the I think is here, right? From September 18 we have the, for the dollar we have the data which is unemployment claim. You can see that it's less than expected. This is positive for dollar. Okay, we have the two news, a positive for dollar. That's why you can see gold pull back or falling. Another one we also have for the dollar, which is GDP, right, on September 25th. Also the data out is a positive for the US dollar as well, and another one, the unemployment claim, is positive a dollar. So these three data, okay, I kind of like buy as gold. I meaning like even though gold is a bully, you're gonna look at the chart later, right? But based on the data, we have kind of three news. The data is positive for dollar, meaning gold kind of pull back, right? And this week we have the another one, which is a job opening October 1st. If this number is a positive, I think we're gonna kind of see gold you want to pull back even like, you know, further down, even though now on Black Friday we saw gold kind of like rising, but after that it pulled back about 200 pip. Okay, we have another one, job opening, and we have another PMI, okay, and ADP October 1st, October 2nd, 3, and the last one will be on October 1st. So this new, let's say on October 1st, if the new is positive, I think likely NFP might be a positive for dollar as well. So kind of like gonna see gold gonna like pull back in like further down, right? Let me look at our chart together. Okay, let's just look at the dollar first for the bigger time frame. For the monthly, remember that even though monthly time frame, right, based on the bigger picture, even like right here, we see that gold kind of dollar is make a lower low, lower high, right? It's still bearish on this one as well. Gold dollar is fall below 100.33, let's just say. Okay, here on the month of June, you will see that dollar have broken the support, become the resistance, closing with the bullish, right? You can see this is a bullish engulf. You want to talk about engulfing, but they cannot pass above the resistance, is still pull back. And this week, okay, September 1st, price had pulled back from 96.33, which is, I think they are tapping in these demand zones somewhere around here. Okay, right, cannot pass below. Based in the candle, I would somehow might think it's a bearish, okay, in the bigger picture, but in the short term we can see the bullish momentum. Based on, if I want to look here in the weekly time frame, right, last month of June closing with price action, and you can see that they have the OB here, bullish order block, right? You have a bullish order block here. And last week, September 15, price closing with price action, okay, and the week after, which is 2 weeks ago, closing with price action last week, you can see that's a bullish, very strong bullish momentum right here. So we could see at least they're gonna, for the weekly time frame, they could pull back to the like 99 at least, first resistance level for the weekly time frame. Now we have a close look on the daily as well, right? The daily time frame, if you're gonna see, if you're gonna look for the trend line, for example, we're gonna look for the trend line. but this is not a significant, right? For our significant trend line, at least have to be 3 touches. But somehow, let's say even just draw the trend line here, if price rising to this, and then we're gonna see, okay, this is our conference with our first resistance for the weekly, somewhere around here. Okay, we have a closer look as well. D1 price will make a higher high, higher low. It could be here, higher high. You can pull back, you can break above, then consider the momentum is rising. If the data release is positive for the dollar, okay, meaning that we're gonna see gold is a pullback, even though they are not 100% correlation, but based on the strong job data for the at least 3 of them, we can see that you can see that dollar is rising. Now we're gonna see the pullback, right? So pullback D1, if okay, I'm gonna put here for the first support for D1 time frame, meaning that if the dollar is not close below, we're gonna see the momentum it make higher high, higher low, right? This is their resistance, it becomes support, or the high for the D1 for the September 19, September 20 to after the pullback and rising close above, and October September 25th, you can see that the pullback, right? You can look here. If we go to H4, you have a better look here, right? Make the higher high, higher low, break above this resistance, and a pullback here at the support level. You can see that closing with price action, right? And then strong momentum on September 25th. Okay, so I still say that we're gonna see the short-term momentum for this, why you're gonna see the bullish move. Okay, let me have a look on EU as well. They are negative correlation, we already know that. So from here is the resistance, right? Now it becomes the support level here, and price pull back and continue. Take note of this zone. If you trade EURUSD, this is the OB or bearish or the block. Okay, whenever price come to this OB, I think we can short based on the money time frame. Even though somehow we see kind of rejection somewhere around here, which is you're going to talk a neckline here, right? But I'm gonna zoom in to the lower time frame and have a closer look. So this is the OB, the zones. Okay, for the RSI. Okay, the RSI okay, so for the monthly time frame, if this one you're gonna make like a divergence, we're gonna see something, I don't know, it go up here and then falling, and then the RSI somewhere around here and might falling here, meaning that if they're gonna do the divergence, meaning that the EU gonna rise to the OB and make the divergence and then falling. Okay, weekly. Okay, now for the weekly time frame, I see that the divergence here already. Now we have a closer look why price is somehow reversed and have really strong rejection from here. Then I will say this kind of like the supply zone somewhere around here. But anyway, there is not the zone that I'm gonna look for the sell entry yet. Let me look for the D1. Then we have to look to my left. Okay, on the D1 time frame, we see the supply zone here with based on the price action, right here, closing with belly in gap. So this strong selling pressure here. So you're gonna highlight the zones. This is gonna be the zone, and then we need to scroll to the left, to the right. Okay, you can see that price could not close above our supply zone right here, and that's the reason that you see the rejection. And weekly also make the divergence here, right? See that? So this one could be our first resistance level, and the next one is our second resistance. Go to H4, right? You can see with strong price make the divergence, right? And you can see this price action falling. I think on September 18 they should have a news. Let me look. September 18, right? You can see there is a new, which is FOMC, like speak of conference on the day. That's why you see the rising, and after that still falling back up. Okay, so let's just identify the key level based on H4. This is the first resistance. Okay, have a closer look. Price bounce off from the OB here, bullish OB here, right? And if you were to identify the support, this is the support level. This is your first support level. Okay, price rising somewhere around here, you will trade with FVG or fair value gap, right? I don't trade with FVG, but this is above or below our resistance level. You have the FVG here. Okay, you want to identify, right? So it could be the zone. So you may later, okay, after market open, we might see the EU is pullback, which is dollar might continue to rise. Okay, because this is the support level in H4 that you need to take note of from this. Okay, you see that if you trade with the chart pattern, sorry, back in dollar for just spot, right? Here is M pattern. Okay, price break below, pull back from here, we already sell. The retail trader here, if you want to sell here again, you get stop out. You will get stop out here, right? And now from the support, it become your from this season become your support level. So take note of this zone. You will just say, okay, this could be your intermediate support level, meaning that you take note of this zone. If price bounce off, okay, and rising to this resistance, meaning that the dollar is gonna be pullback, EU gonna be pullback right here. And last week, price falling from supply zone here, right? You look, this is a supply zone. Okay, these zones. I would pick this one for the second resistance. Okay, guys. Okay, let's say if you just want to look at market structure, you will see that from here have the long wick rejection, price make a lower low, lower high, right? From here, break below from the support, right? Pull back a little bit from here, make a lower low, and price come here, should make something like that. You don't want to continue to go bearish. Condition is that price cannot close above. If price close above from first resistance, the momentum gonna be shifting from bearish to bullish, right? Because now, right now, I'm gonna move here. We see that they make the here is BOS. Okay. So now, if they break below, they're gonna make a BOS here. If the momentum shift from break above, pull back from here it's gonna do something like that, and then here gonna be the BOS here, right? No, BOS should be above. Here should be, if they break above this level, this one gonna be the market structure shift or chain of character. Then the momentum gonna be bullish if they break above first resistance. Okay, gonna look something like that. All right, take note of this key level. GBP, after GBP you're gonna look at gold together on the higher time frame, monthly. Okay, if we're gonna look here based on the bigger picture, we're gonna see, oh, it's a bullish, it's a bearish, right? That is a very like long term. You can see the bearish. Okay, but we start to see that monthly they kind of make the from here high, low, high. For the monthly, the key level would be here. First reason for the GBP, right? Here, this is the key level. Multiple month price cannot close above 1.4, right? So if price come back up again here, you might see the pullback. But if they cannot make a high, low, pullback, continue. If they can break above from the resistance, it become your support level. Excuse me. Okay, monthly, you can see that it's still kind of rising. The next resistance, they're gonna, for the swing trader, this gonna be the second resistance for the monthly time frame. Okay, weekly, of course monthly will take like a few months for price to reach the first resistance level at these zones, right? Now weekly, okay, weekly price has make the, if I want to put here, break up structures, right? BOS, I can say this is a BOS as well. Okay, and break up structure, right? It's really obviously this is a low, this is a high, low, higher, equal low, and higher high, right? Now this is the, from the entire value of the floor, this is the high that push the price all the way down here. Okay, this is the key level that you need to take note for the next resistance level, D1 time frame. You have a closer look for this, you will see that you see the pullback here. This is the OB, right? This is a bearish OB here. That's why you see the pullback, and then price closing with price action, right? This is, you can see that and pullback. For the D1 time frame, okay, you will say that, okay, I would say this is a resistance level. That's why you see kind of rejection. Okay, take note of demand here or bearish OB here, or your support level somewhere around this level. Right, this is your first support, right? This is your first support, and I'm gonna add in the extension, meaning price close below this week, okay, I would say within this zone, and we have an OB here, we have the extension 127 right here, okay. So this is gonna be the first support for D1. If today market open, and then you can see the pullback, price may kind of pull back to all the way this level, or if open, you see the gap up, another zone that would be somewhere around here, right? Remember, we see the breaker box here, which is last week, okay. Price did not respect the our bear bullish OB. Price break below and pull back. This is our breaker box. Well, I don't have a breaker box here, but this is a breaker box, okay. You can see price pull back, right? Break, pull back to the breaker box and then falling. Okay, so it's done. So this is called breaker box. So basically breaker box is a failed OB. Now let's say pull back the RSI. I would say that the GPUSD gonna rising at least 50, and then if they continue strong bearish, then for the if they still have strong bearish move, they shouldn't close above the level 50 for the RSI, okay. So I would pick slightly above for resistance here, okay. Then this is my first support based on this week, right? And then you can see price closing with price action, strong bullish move, and these zones is second resistance level, okay. Second resistance level. For H4, this gonna be second support right here. So take note of this key level. Right, breaker box is done. We remove it. It's about now price winning the first resistance, and we have 30.2%. In second resistance we have 61.8%. so take note of this level, okay. That's zones. Now let's talk about the gold, right? You see last Friday price had rising, okay. I'm gonna have a closer look first. Even though we know that on the bigger picture monthly price is strong bullish move, right? Any one of you guys, if you trade with Elliott wave, okay, I'm not an expert about Elliott wave. I know how to count the basic wave count. I just say this is a 1, 2. If this gonna make a wave 3 and 4 and 5, if this gonna be the wave 3, and then we might see the pullback, okay. And if the news for this week coming is negative, positive for dollar, we're gonna see gold a pullback. Okay, or it could go up here. If I'm going to use the projection, if this, okay, this is the view that gold might has go up to 3x78 based on the projection, and if this gonna be the wave 3, okay, but that's a higher picture. We already know gold is a safe haven, okay, and gold is still a bullish move, but based on the smaller time frame you might see a pullback. Okay, you see that gold has made all in the weekly time frame pass above level 70, D1 inverse right above 70, which is already over bought, right? And D1 time frame, back to the D1 time frame here, the higher ATH was at this level. This is all-time high, right? Was around that level. And last Friday, price went up to 378 plus 83, let's say, and then puts the price down, meaning that the body still close below the 3765, let's just say, or 66, right? You can see close below for H4. And then we will say in D1 time frame, right? The V1 time frame, we will say that, oh, this is the bearish OB based on the let's just say this zone. Okay, I adjust back the week. Okay, this is the OB. Right, this is the bearish OB. Right, you can see all-time high on September 24th. You see bearish and gap pull back to the OB entire, okay, kind of unit rejection in H4, right? In H4 time frame here, price cannot close below. It was okay in the lower time frame. It was ranging before price close above, and momentum, you can see that whenever price close above the 3757 or 60 here, right, you can see that the body close above, that should have a pending order at 65 or 66. You can see there's no wick for the selling, push the price all the way up. This is at the resistance within the OB in H4, price selling off, which is, you're gonna look here, nobody buy here based on the wick, the entire move here, right? You can see very tiny wick here, meaning that all the investor or the little trader, we are willing to sell at 3780, right? You can see that somewhere around here. If you just use the psychological number, let's just say like 80, you can see that selling off. Now here is the level. If you want to buy from the first support level in H4, if you see confirmation, you can buy, right? You go to the lower time frame, the entire move here, it was ranging, okay, from here, right? We can draw the box, meaning that we want to see whether the body gonna close 3755, let's just say 57, the body close above, okay, and after momentum is rising, pushing back to, you're gonna push here, you'll see that, okay, resistance level here in H4, closer look within the OB, you also have a supply zone here, okay, with this wick. This one push the price down, okay, and here you can see that you can go and then you say, oh, meaning that whenever you, if you want to trade with the ranging market, right? Of course, if you want to buy, you're gonna buy at the below, at the box, right? And then you sell here. We're not gonna buy between. If price kind of stop somewhere around at the middle, we're gonna buy when price at the below, and then we sell the resistance. If you sell again, you will get stop out based on the entire move. That's okay. Let's say you sell here. From here, we're not gonna do anything, right? Until price go to this level. If you see confirmation, then we're gonna sell. But based on these zones, I mean at the box, the ranging, if you go to the lower time frame, this is if you want to sell. Based on the M15, we already see that price has broken or closed above the box, right? From this one, and then you can see the pullback, okay, and then you buy up, okay, and then you see that if you're gonna look here, price also not closing with barely engulfing candle, right? From here, close above, pull back a little bit, and continue to go rising, meaning that in the M15, price has already told you that they have broken the box out of the box. Based on H1, right? You go to H1, you will see that closing strongly, okay, in H1. But look in M15, they already closed here, okay. Now, if price pull back to the this level at 3757, you see the confirmation, you can buy, okay, you can buy at this level. And another buy zones, I'm gonna look for the OB here. Where the stop loss? Let's say, okay, don't trust me, okay, don't trust me 100%. Just do your own due diligence. This is my view, okay. So based on this one, I'm gonna give you the zones. If you want to buy, this is gonna be the zones. So basically from 57 to 58 within this entire move here, the stop loss, where you gonna put a stop loss? Stop loss you put at 3746 middle this week. You just say this your stop loss, just put here, okay. You're gonna buy, so you're gonna aim for 100 pip at least. Okay, let's say 57, 50, oh no, 53. That's gonna be somewhere around here. Risk and reward is more than 1 to 1, meaning that this is gonna be your buy entry. Stop loss you put at 37.46 at this week, okay. If you get stop out, this is gonna be your next buy entry at this level, excuse me, okay. This is gonna be your TP1, and TP2 you can aim for 3765, another 50 pip. You can aim from here. Excuse me. Another, if you enter somewhere around here, okay. Or if you want to buy since like at 55, 58 around there, okay. This should be the TP if you aim for 100 pip. okay, and then under 150 pips somewhere around there, because we have a hidden base right here. These are resistance. Okay, so H1 or H4, I would say I'm gonna remove this OB. Okay, remove here. So this could be the first resistance. This is the second resistance level. Okay, the first support here, and another next support level. If price break and got stop out, this is the second support. Okay, and if you to buy here, you have a tight stop loss. You put stop loss below this wick. This is going to be the stop loss for this buy entry. And if you to buy at 3737 or 3775, another 100 pip, that would be your take profit. Let's say you were to buy here, 100 pip should be somewhere at this resistance. From the support become resistance. Okay, this is your plan. If you buy here, got stop out, you wait at this level. Okay, from in between this one, you do nothing. You're gonna wait here at the second support, and then if you want to put a pending order, stop loss you put below 3, you put at 3732. Okay, then your stop loss for the second buy at second support level. All right, so this view for gold. Okay, but we need to wait for the data as well. Okay, anyone want to request? You guys want to request? If not, let's just look at the S&P. S&P or US S&P 500 actually is US tax, like for IC market. Correct? Should be correct. This is correct already. Okay, look at the on the bigger picture, right? It was really strong. Okay, let me look at the US 30 first. Based on the US 30, we have see that very strong momentum. Money time frame close above the resistance, and you can see the pullback right here at 45. Close above August, you can see the pullback and continue right, and then you're gonna say, oh, is this price gonna pull back from here? Based on this month, it might make kind of the pullback from here, and I cannot see the divergence here. Let's use the extension. Based on its extension, it may be here, but it may not 100% because on the left we have nothing. Okay, so we just use the extension to find potential resistance level. It might stop here and then make a divergence for the monthly, or they're gonna go all the way to extension 127 and then falling. We don't know. Okay, we use the extension whenever price has make an all-time high or break above the high. Okay, and this is gonna be the potential resistance level. Weekly, okay, weekly it look quite good. Based on the candle, it look like if price closing with the price action, we might see the momentum from bullish and see the kind of like a short-term pullback. Okay, from the resistance, it become the support level right here. You can see the close and pullback rising. Okay, D1, you kind of see the pullback, and they make the OB or supply zone here. So this is the level that you need to take note of, and this is the first support. Okay, It's what ranging. Remember, if you want to trade based on the ranging, you need to draw the box from where? From the body. Okay, you can see that all the body is closed below. Okay, after that it closed above, pull back from the resistance, it becomes support, and they're closing with the bullish OB. Okay, you see that this is a bullish OB below that. So take note of this level, and you could say that is your first support right here. Okay, this is the second support level based on the demand time frame. Price went back up to the supplies again, supply zone, and then we would say that based on the week, this is your swing high resistance level. Swing high resistance level. Okay, now if price could from here is strong, right? Price for the US, lower low, lower high, high high, higher low, high high, higher low, high high. It was ranging, break above, high high, higher low, higher high. If gonna be higher low here, then you could continue. If they break below, meaning that this gonna be market struggle shape, and then they're gonna make the lower low, should be lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, so take note of this level. We could add, if you want to add in the risk, then we say that, oh, price have broken the bullish trend line, right? Okay, we have a few touches, 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, right? Significant, right? This one break, have rejection. We need to see. Go to H4, right? Go to H4 to have a closer look for the US 30. Here. If entire move here, this is a OB. Price went in. That's why you see the pulling back down. And this one, they also have another OB here, or the zones. Right? You see the rejection. It closed below. Then we can see the move from here. At least for support for H4, okay, and the H1 first support level in H1 is gonna be second support in H4 time frame. Gonna look something like that. Okay, I'm gonna move. Wait for the market open first, okay, and then you can see this rejection. If not, if price, okay, bounce from here and break above first resistance, the next zones, this is gonna be the potential next resistance level, which is based on the extension. Okay, this is an extension 127 extension. That meaning they're gonna make an all-time high. Okay, take note of that key level. Alright, for the US 30, let's just say US tax. They look similar right here. It was ranging here in it for time frame before they decided to make the pullback, right? This is the high. Now they make the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. If they break above, momentum gonna be shipping from this. The key, this is the key level. first resistance in H4, right? Somewhere around here. Monthly all-time high was here, right? Around there, plus minus a few pips, okay, a point. That's the ATH, okay. The monthly is overbought as well. Weekly, based on weekly time frame, you see the rejection from the ATH, and then the closing and opening the same price around here. This was the opening from the September 15 closing. This is the opening, closing was somewhere around here. Of course, based on this, we're gonna see this is still strong bullish move. Okay, so let's just see this week. I can just highlight this is ATH. Okay, these are opening and closing. This week, if this week closing with bearish candle, a week after we're gonna look for the sell. Okay, D1. Whenever price make all-time high, you can see that opening and closing on the same price, closing with bearish end gap, right, on September 23rd. Price pull back to the OB, still selling off, and lower time frame you will see the price make the Dow theory, which is a lower low, low high. Okay, from this level in H4, price gonna close below 24,206. Okay, 24,206. You can see that the very long wick rejection from here, slightly have the wick, and after that buy from here, selling off. This could be the resistance level. If you're gonna trade, right, this is the resistance level. From the support, right, pull back, break below from this level, rising and pull back up again. So what we're gonna do in H4, let's identify this is the support level. This is the next resistance. Price cannot close above this. If not, we're gonna see the momentum chip based on H4 momentum. Okay, I'm gonna say that this was the zones. Selling off, these two end gap, this one pull back. This one is how many percent? Half of that. Go to this. Okay, take note at this level. Okay, if price close above, you want to sell. Another sell opportunity if you want to sell at the OB here. Okay, this level. If price does not respect this resistance level, you sell here, and after that your take profit gonna be here, meaning that you're gonna short here. This is gonna be TP1. But you put a stop loss, you just take profit. Reason reward is may not great. It's almost like 1-to-1. Okay, TP1 here and TP2 at this demand zone. Then there will be 1-to-3. TP1 here first. Okay, somewhere around here. After that, you just aim for TP2 at this demand. You put a stop loss here. I'm going to refer to this week. If not, you want to put that to me that too far. If you think that you can just put above the all-time high. If not, I'm going to put somewhere around here. Alright guys, just take note of that. because this have the demand, but I don't like this week. I don't like have very strong week here. First resistance, this is the first support, this is the second support level. Okay, if they break above this first resistance, somewhere around, this is gonna be the second resistance, and then we have the OB here. Okay, anyone want to request? Okay, this is my view for this week. Take note of this, and I'm gonna kind of monitor the goal later. We'll see whether, again, if you want to buy at the support level based on H1, okay, your TP gonna be at 100 pip, at least 100 pip or 50 pip. Okay, but if market open and H4 closing with strong bearish engulf, all right, the next hour after H4 close, you're gonna wait for price to pull back at the resistance, and then you sell. Okay, at the resistance, and then you sell, meaning somewhere around 337 or OB somewhere around here. If the closing with bearish engulf, okay, the next hour you wait for the pullback at 70 to 75, and then you sell. Provider H4 closing with bearish engulf, it might come here in the low time frame. You might see the rejection from this zone. Okay, they might pull, go back, and then you sell. Okay, you wait for this resistance somewhere, or if not, wait for the FVG here, and then you sell. You target at this 100 pip and 150 pip. Okay, this is the buy entry first. See the confirmation, we buy. Okay, we might see the rejection from here, unless the market open and then you have a gap down. Okay, if not, see the rejection, we buy. We buy here, you target at 100 pip first at this TP. Okay, if price close above 65, meaning they will go and find FVG here, and then you sell, because H4 might closing with bearish engulf. In the lower time frame, you're gonna see the pullback. Okay, you see that sell from here. I think we're gonna see like the pullback from here, right? And then you can get TP1 here first, right? And from here TP2, and then TP here, or it might ranging, maybe from here might ranging, and then they are waiting for news. Okay, take note of that. We buy at the support, and then you can sell at the FVG, the resistance first. If not above, we have the FVG of fabric gap. Alright guys, that is a view for this week. Take notes, we have a high impact news coming up. Alright guys, that should be all for today. Alright guys, thank you so much for your time. I will catch up with you again on Tuesday. Okay, because for the pre-market, I think next week you're gonna see me again for the pre-market, and then you're gonna see me every Tuesday for educational session, and every Monday are gonna be live transaction. I think Crescenda will doing live trading, so just go and join her live transaction. If you have any specific instrument, you can ask her for the key level, and then you're gonna see me every Tuesday. All right, and next week I'm gonna do pre-market again. Okay, for the October onward, our pre-market timing exchange gonna be Leicester 1 hour, so meaning that we ship back 1 hour based on the daylight saving. Okay, usually we start like at 4 a.m. on my time zone. It's gonna be at 5 a.m. in SDT Singapore time. I think your times are gonna be like 1 hour later. Okay. All right guys, that should be all for today. Okay, take note of the high impact news coming, and good luck to all of you. Catch up with you again on Tuesday. All right, bye for now guys, take care, bye bye.